Juno is a film about teen pregnancy. Think Teen Mom, but with hipsters instead of bang bus clientele. It opens with Juno necking a bucket of Sunny D, which is followed by a flashback of two 16-year-olds stamping each other's V-cards.
Wizard.
As a general rule of thumb, if you're still drinking Sunny D, then you're probably not old enough to be making the love. The opening credits are "Tell me Michael Cera's in this movie" without telling me Michael Cera's in this movie. Juno's on her third pregnancy test of the day. Wow, how many of the Quidditch team did she shag?
Third test today, Mama Bear.
That's a lot of money on pregnancy tests. Surely there's an easier way to figure out you're pregnant.
It's really easy to tell. Is your nipples real brown?
Don't worry, Dwight is on hand with his words of wisdom.
Unholy.
That ain't no Etch-a-Sketch. This is one doodle that can't be undid, Holmes Gillett.
Juno phones her mate to tell her that she's pregnant, and her mate be like, "You probably just need a mess of shit."
Did you have a big lunch?
The BFFs then meet up to hump around some heavy-ass furniture, because heavy lifting is mandatory for pregnant women. Enter Michael Cera. He identifies as a twat, but somehow he owns it.
Wow, your shorts are like especially gold today.
My mom uses color-safe bleach.
Juno tells him that she's preggers,
I'm pregnant.
and that it might lead to an infant.
An infant.
Michael concurs. Michael doesn't sound right. Michael Cera concurs.
That's what happens when our moms and teachers get pregnant.
He tells Juno that she should do whatever she thinks is best,
Yeah,
because he's a nice progressive young man. But we all know what he's really thinking. So according to Juno, all the jocks in her school want to shag a freaky-deaky girl like her, and that conventionally pretty girls are actually gross. If you wear glasses, lesbian shoes, rock goth makeup and play the cello, then you're pretty much going to be the Billie Eilish of your school. Sorry homeschool, but you're wrong. 16-year-old boys want the goth girl, the pretty girl, your mate, the school secretary and your stepmom. And even the original mommy that fucked off when you were a kid. Fun fact, in the UK, 16-year-old boys are so horny that if you lose both arms in an accident, an NHS nurse legally has to wank you off.
Nice.
Well, there's nothing like experimenting.
Juno phones for an abortion, but America says no. No. This film was made at a weird time. It was before amtards started telling women what to do with their fannies, but also after the time when amtards told women what to do with their fannies. Apparently it's a whole thing in the States, and it has something to do with these totally normal people. The morning sickness kicks in and Juno voms in an urn. A girl from Juno's school is protesting outside the abortion clinic because she's a dickhead.
Hey, Soo-chin.
Ah, sorry, a dick chin. The goth receptionist at the abortion clinic offers Juno a boysenberry condom because hindsight is for pussies.
My boyfriend uses them every time we have intercourse.
Boysenberry dick pie. If only they taught this in sex
They
ed.
make his junk smell like pie.
Because let's be honest, putting condoms on bananas isn't helping anybody.
Yes.
What's I saying? Boysenberry. I don't even know what boysenberry is. Is it like a raspberry? Goth girl's boyfriend's pie balls are enough to make Juno rethink her abortion, and God is happy again.
God appreciates your miracle.
The girls check out the penny saver to see if they can pimp the baby out once it's born. I'm assuming the penny saver is Craigslist for people who don't have access to the internet. Yeah, I'm definitely going to give my baby to one of these degenerates. The ad might as well just say, pedo ring, kids wanted.
But it's breakfast for supper. It's your favorite, Paul.
Michael Cera has breakfast for supper and then beats off to Juno's yearbook picture while sniffing her panties. I'm starting to like this guy. Juno tells daddy and stepmommy that she's preggers.
I'm pregnant.
Who is the kid?
The white Mo Farah.
Ollie Bleecker?
What?
I didn't think he had it in him.
Don't be like that, Juno's dad. Michael Cera fucks. To be fair, Juno's pretty chill about it all. She's like, meh, I'll squeeze it out, give it to the peeps from the penny saver, who currently just happen to have a PS1 with like 15 games for sale. So it could be a win-win all round.
Juno, I'm coming with you to meet this adoption couple.
Meet Mark and Vanessa from the penny saver. Vanessa's all like, I want a baby so bad. And Mark be like, yeah, babies. Cool, I guess. The two of them and their lawyer are buzzing that Juno doesn't want any money for the baby. And unrelated, Juno's dad doesn't know what a Pilates machine is.
Pilates machine.
Juno goes for a quick rummage around their lovely home because she's a nebby bitch. Oh dear, red flag. Mark and Vanessa are these kind of people. I know these people. Fuck these people. Juno spots Mark's sweet Les Paul and they have a little jam session. Vanessa wants to keep shit professional, but Mark knows how to tap into the zeitgeist of a 16-year-old girl. Because, well, He's a bit noncy.
Tell me about it. I used to play in this real tight band when I lived in Chicago.
Sorry Mark, but welcome to the Puff Daddy Bad Boys for Life 2-pack Biggie Bullshit Nonso meter. Don't worry, I've just brought it out as a precaution. We may not need it. Michael Cera can't grow a mustache and his gimpy little mate has stopped wearing undies because he wants super jizz like his buddy. Juno has started to show and people are being judgy bitches. But God forbid abortions. The ultrasound girl at Juno's scan is extra bitchy. Which is surprising because they're usually the coolest person in the hospital. Stepmom really isn't happy with this girl's attitude, so bitch slaps her with words.
So why don't you go back to night school in Mantino and learn a real trade?
Juno shows Mark a picture of her scan and he shakes a little turd out the bottom of his pants. If you get that reference, then well done you. Basically, Mark's a bit of a selfish prick. And selfish pricks and babies are not a good match. But don't tell that to anyone you know who has a baby. I'm serious. It's best just not to mention it.
Can you tell if it's a boy or a girl?
I can't.
Well, it can only go one of two ways.
That's what you think. Have you guys thought of any names for the baby yet? Madison? Wait, hold on. Isn't that, like, a little... gay?
Wow, Juno's wiping her ass all over the rainbow flag in this film. This might seem like redemption, but after watching 5 minutes, it really isn't. Juno's a pretentious hipster dick, but she does have pretty good taste in music. It's sad that the two have to go hand in hand, but they do. So f*** you.
You are something else. There's Vanessa, you'd better go.
Oh, we've just gone from Puff Daddy to Sean Puffy Grooms. Vanessa comes home with a whole load of baby shit because her mates ain't gonna throw her a baby shower. I'm guessing it's something to do with the whole teen baby mama thing. Vanessa, you need some new mates. Juno's stepmom puts on her serious voice and tells Juno it's not cool to rock up to Mark and Vanessa's house unannounced. She says this while scrapbooking dog pictures, cutting pictures of dogs out of magazines, rearranging them, and then sticking them back into another magazine. And this is why you have a pregnant teenage stepdaughter. Get a grip of yourself, woman.
We don't even have a dog.
Hashtag best line of the film.
Whoa, dream big.
Juno tells Michael Cera that her parents won't knock to his parents about the baby. I feel like this is very irresponsible of everyone involved, but Michael Cera's mum does seem to have Karen tendencies, so it's probably for the best. Michael Cera's only vice is orange Tic Tacs. Another general rule of thumb is that if your pre-coitus ritual is orange Tic Tacs, then you're probably not old enough to be pounding that for JJ. Michael Cera is jealous that Juno's hanging out with this Mark fella and tells her that he thinks she's beautiful.
Jeez, Blake.
Even though she's pretty large, he suggests getting the band back together and maybe getting the two of them back together.
Were we together?
Vanessa is starting to nest by painting the baby room. Mark, however, is thinking about buying a new guitar. Juno and her mate go to the mall to hide behind some glass after they spot Vanessa being all yummy mummy with some random kids. Juno's at the point of her pregnancy where she officially eats all the pies, and everyone's a judgy mofo. To make matters worse, she finds out that Michael Cera's taken some girl who smells of soup to prom. Juno gets all petty about it, even though she's now pied off Michael Cera a number of times. It could just be the pregnancy hormones, or maybe just regular 16-year-old hormones. Either way, Tic Tac Boy is fucked.
You're being really immature.
Juno goes to see Mark and he gives her a comic of a pregnant superhero that he picked up in Japan when he was on tour with his band.
Found it in Japan when I was there with my band. It reminds me of you.
That's definitely a pickup line if ever I've heard one. And we've now moved from Sean Puffy Grooms to P. Kitty Fiddly. They chat about prom and Mark be like, "You've never been to a dance?"
Dances are for nerds and squares.
That's correct, but they're now slow dancing in Mark's basement. And P. Kitty Fiddly just rose to P. Diddy Diddle her. Mark drops the bombshell that he's leaving Vanessa.
I'm leaving Vanessa.
And Juno will be like, "What?"
What?
How do you think of me?
Give me that. Let me give you that.
Juno begs him not to leave Vanessa and starts saying things that she really can't take back.
I bought another Sonic Youth album, and it sucks. It's just noise.
FYI, if you're a dorky hipster, then the Juno soundtrack is awesome. Vanessa comes home with more baby shit, and Mark spills the beans about being a middle-aged douchebag, and that the baby is a ticking time bomb, and he still hopes to be Kurt Cobain. Juno does one, has a bit cry in her car, then she lies on the hood for some deep thought and contemplation, concluding that it is in fact a bonnet. Juno's meltdown montage ends with her leaving a note on Vanessa's doorstep, and the suspense is palpable. Mark and Vanessa start divorce proceedings, and Mark already has a loft downtown.
Well, aren't you the cool guy?
So give me that. Let me give you that.
Juno's feeling down on humanity,
Just like losing my faith with humanity.
and her daddy tells her to find someone who loves her for exactly who she is. Fat, thin, ugly, pretty, boy, girl, etc, etc. Juno fills Michael Cera's mailbox with orange Tic Tacs as a grand gesture of her love.
Because you're like the coolest person I've ever met, and you don't even have to try.
I try really hard, actually.
Hashtag actually the best line in the film. Juno goes into labour, and I've just realised that her little sister is called Liberty Bell. If her nickname at school isn't Bellend, then did she really go to school? Juno has the baby. It looks like she made a bit of a meal of it, but that's kids for you. Michael Cera runs Forrest Gump style to the hospital for a big cuddle, and Vanessa gets her baby.
How do I look?
Like a new mom. Scared shitless.
Everything's wrapped up nicely with a cherry on top, the baby's long gone, and the hipsters are back to hipstering.
And
Juno and Michael Cera play us out with Anyone Else But You by the Mouldy Peaches, which is an awesome song. I rate this film, please, 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 make Juno 2.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. Uh-huh.